Welcome to Drummers Paradise Podcast, Season 3. Adam.
Yoti.
It's crazy that we're already at Season 3.
I know.
It's been an incredible journey.
It's been flying by.
But you know what?
What's that?
It's an honor to sit with a Canadian pioneer today.
Absolutely. Talk
Paul
about pioneer.
DeLong. Thank you so much for coming on to the show.
It's an honor to
Thank you, sir.
to be here and to have you want to do this. It's a beautiful thing.
Yeah, it's a great day today, and thanks for coming down here and doing the drum clinic. And
my pleasure.
Yeah, just that's
It was
inspiring us.
Inspiring, and it was
Excellent.
just absolutely very educational.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And informative.
So why don't we jump to a clip of that now and we'll be right back? How does that sound?
Let's check it out.
Perfect, T. We'll be right back, everybody.
Some of those grooves,
Paul, wow.
Especially that African.
Jeez, you were slapping us around there. That was great.
It was great. So, Paul.
Yes.
We're going to kick it back and take it to the beginning a bit, okay?
Let's get to the beginning.
What inspired you when you were in your youth days to pick up the drumsticks and become a drummer?
The same thing inspired a million other people, and that was the fateful night on February 9th, 1964, sitting in front of the TV, watching Ed Sullivan and seeing Ringo. That was it.
Moment.
That was it. That was it. And although my dad was a real jazz fan, and so I heard a lot of big band music. He had 78s, if you know what that is. It's a it runs 78 RPM, scratchy things. But he had Chick Webb Orchestra and Count Basie and Woody Herman and all these great jazz records with great drummers. So I always had, I got into the whole British invasion thing, Dave Clark and Ringo and Charlie Watts and Keith Moon and
all the greats.
All the greats.
The English group.
But at the same time, my dad had me listening to some great jazz drummers too. So I've always, my whole life I've had that, at certain times I really aspired to be a jazz drummer, but then I got sidetracked doing what I did. But I still love it. And
did you pull a lot of some of your snare chops and stuff for guys like Buddy Rich, Gene Krupa, Elvin Jones?
Yeah, Elvin Jones especially, and not so much Gene Krupa, although I admired him. That's another thing I saw when I was a kid, the Gene Krupa story with Sal Mineo. And then there was the Benny Goodman story with the real Gene Krupa in it, which had them playing Sing, Sing, Sing at Carnegie Hall. And that was, I remember that loomed large in my life. But and then my dad took me down when I was 12 to see, or 13, I don't know, to see Terry Clark at George's Spaghetti House in Toronto. He was playing with Mo Kaufman, and that's the first live jazz drummer I had seen, and that blew my mind too. Because I didn't know what was going on. I knew I liked it, but I didn't really know, because that was a small group jazz, a lot freer than the big band thing. And Terry was great then. He's still great. He's 80 something now. He's still great. He's just unbelievable. So, so that was another thing. So all these different things came into play. But I didn't get lessons until I was in my first band when I was 13, 14, but I didn't get lessons till I was 17.
Okay.
And
Where did you study from?
I studied from this guy, Lou Williamson, who ran the drum department at Long McQuaid's, and this is when Long McQuaid's Toronto, when the store was at on Yonge Street north of Bloor, where the big huge library is. That's where the old Long McQuaid's was. And so Lou ran the drum department, but on Sundays he had drum classes, and I started lessons with him, and then which was great. But all this time I was playing in bands, you know, and then when I was 19, I discovered a jazz drummer from the U.S., Pete Megadini, was living in Toronto, and a friend of mine said, you got to check him out because he's a great teacher. So I went to him for 2 years, and that opened up everything for me. He was amazing, and he wrote books on polyrhythms too. So I got into the polyrhythm thing with him early on, and and so I had the bug, and I still have the bug. So yeah.
Speaking of polyrhythms, I do believe you have some literature out there for everybody.
I have the DeLong Way to Polyrhythmic Creativity on the Drum Set, that book, which is available through Hudson Music.
Okay.
And then I have DeLong Way to Musical Phrasing on the Drum Set, which is available in e-form from Hudson, but hard copy, you can buy it on from my website, and I personally mail it to you.
Right.
So
we'll
we're
put a
going
link
to
in
make sure we throw that up,
Yeah.
and all the contact and links where you could get a hold of Paul and pick up a copy.
Yep, yep.
Yeah, it will blow your mind.
that would
Great
be great.
literature. Yeah.
Yeah, I think the books are good, and a lot of information in there, so I worked long and hard on them.
That's good. So how did your career turn into becoming a working drummer? How did that look?
It was kind of by default, because around the time I was finishing high school, I actually wanted to be a recording engineer, and I went to see the guidance counselor at school, and I told him that, and he said, "What's a recording engineer?" And he knew nothing, and there was like the only thing at that time was Ryerson had a radio and television arts course, but that was not what I was looking for. So in lieu of that, I was playing in a band, and I just kept playing in bands and studying, and I fell into it it was a passion for sure, and I loved the drums, but I didn't think necessarily I was going to make my life doing it, but I did, and I'm glad it worked out like that.
Sheer persistence,
Yeah.
determination.
Yeah. And a lot of years of playing the Northern Ontario circuit with some crap band, you know, and driving and making
Right,
any money.
sleeping in whatever it took. And
but those, I put in my 10,000 hours, you
yes.
know, and that's the thing.
So true.
Yeah,
That's so true.
Yeah, so
With any trade.
those were good years. And then when I started getting really, like Dominic Trino was the first great gig I had, and then I was all of a sudden recording on Capitol Records at a real studio and stuff, and so that you know, took it up a notch. And then, you know, and then when I was playing with Triano, we opened for Max Webster, and Kim Mitchell saw me and thought, oh, that guy's good. And so he decided when he was going to start a new band, he called me. And that's just the way it's been, you know, just
Max Webster was great.
they sure were.
It was such a great band, yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So, yeah,
Cool.
it's a living. It's a life.
Nice.
Yeah.
Hey, Adam,
T-Man,
you know what time it is?
what time is it?
I think it's time we let our viewers and our subscribers know about Diamond Star drumsticks.
Check
Shout out
these
to Diamond
babies
Star.
out. Check them out.
Adam,
Yeah, bud.
I know you've been playing these recently.
Yep.
Why don't you let everybody know what you're thinking so far on the product?
Buddy, I'm telling you right now, these things, they're so durable, first of all. They don't chip down like other brands do. And they last forever, so that's a great quality. How they feel in your hand, they're so well balanced, they're so comfortable, they don't slip, there's a nice texture to them. Yeah, I can't say enough good things about that. I use the rock ones now. I've been using them for a couple weeks, and check them out. Put them in your hands,
I was
T.
going to say,
Check
you
them
know,
out.
let's check them out.
Tell me what you think about that,
Yeah,
right?
right there, look at right.
Rock. That's a nice one. That's a heavier stick. I would say it's heavier than a 5B a little bit, but it's light. It's really well put
And
together.
it's got more of a
Designed.
baseball tip
Instead of
than
an acorn. Yeah, exactly.
That's cool.
Great rebound. It's a great stick. So I can't say enough good things about this, my good man. And guess what we can do today?
What can we do?
We can offer a discount to all our subscribers, viewers here. And I can't highly recommend these more than any other brand. I'm telling you, they're really, really good stuff. And I'm really excited for these guys because they make amazing products. And they're really great to their artists as well. as other drummers that we've had on this podcast have been sponsored by these guys and use these guys. They are a really great company geared towards drummers and the drum community, just like us.
So make sure you go to diamondstar.com.
Yes.
Click it.
Click it.
I look forward to giving them a try.
That's it. Now let's get back to the episode, bud?
Let's go.
See ya.
I'd like to just touch base with what we
gear.
got sitting behind us here, and we're lucky because we're on location here today to actually get up and close and in depth with your drum kit.
Yeah.
I see it's a Gretsch kit.
Yes.
Now this is from the 80s, correct?
From the 80s, yes. It's my favorite period of Gretsch. And when I first joined Kim Mitchell's band, I ordered a big yellow set of Gretsch, but this isn't them. But I came to be known for my yellow Gretsch, right? And but I eventually traded them in, and got a new set that wasn't as good, and because that kit was from the early 80s. They were great drums.
This is the best.
Actually, the first floor tom there is from that kit because I knew the guy that bought my drums, and I managed to weasel that floor tom back from him. So that is my original Kim Mitchell floor tom, the first one.
Nice.
But these drums were not, they were black. No, wait a minute, what color were they? No, they were yellow, but they were really old and bubbling up. And
So you had them refinished.
I did it myself. I
They're
did
very clean.
Good for
I
you.
did
You
it
did
very
an
clean.
excellent job.
Thank you.
because
Yeah,
they're
no,
made-
that's my hobby is refinishing old drums
fun.
and working on old drums and stuff. So yeah, they look kind of brand new almost.
Yeah,
but,
very clean.
And I got to pinpoint it, Adam,
What's that to you?
because like, you know me, I love vintage stuff.
Yeah.
I love the stands.
Oh yes, that's
Let's talk about those.
That's a funny story.
Walk us through that.
Okay, so during COVID, I'm a Mahavishnu fanatic. Wait a minute, we got So my friend Jim Casson, one day he sent me an email and he said, your drums are on Kijiji, and he sent me a link, and it was a set of Billy Cobham clear fives, right, of two 24s, the whole 9 yards. So I hummed and hawed, and then about 2 months later I bought them. And I shouldn't have, but I did. But they saved my life. I love those drums, I still love them. But, okay, so when I set them up and I put my Yamaha cymbal stands around them, I went, this isn't right. And then, and I knew that Billy Cobham used these Ludwig Atlas stands, which were from the early 70s. It was the first sort of heavy duty stand. Now they're comical because they're not that heavy duty.
They're like a light duty now.
Yeah, but they're still, it's sort of an Art Deco look. I just like the way they look.
Yeah, the look is great.
They're slick. They're slim.
So I sold all my Japanese hardware, and I started a quest for finding these stands, which kept me busy during COVID, something to do. And I bought 12 of them. I found 12 of them altogether. I have 13 now, I don't know. Wherever I could find them on eBay. I drove to Ottawa to Dave's drum shop, and
good old Dave's drum
He
shop.
had a couple
and he had 2 or 3 of them, and I got them. And so not only I replaced the stands for the 5 set, but for all my kits. And I have all my kits. I use these stands, and people kind of go, "What's wrong with you?" But I was thinking, Buddy Rich, before he died, the last kit he played was a refurbished Radio King set that somebody put together for him, and it had old hardware, like ancient hardware, and it was a 28-inch bass drum, and he just wanted to play the drums from when he was young, and that's what I feel like. I feel like I want to play some vintage stuff because it's what I grew up with and what I loved, and I didn't want to play modern stuff. And that's why I got rid of my rims mounts for that reason too. All my life I've been using rims mounts, and then I thought direct to shell. I like the way they look.
Yeah.
They notice a sound difference.
They sing just fine.
Yeah.
You have to be a bit more critical with the tuning. That's all. Because rims mounts, any tuning, it doesn't matter. They're going to sing.
Yeah.
To get these to sing, you got to be. But I don't mind that. I forgot to talk about Vaseline today.
Oh darn it! Yeah, that's right. You brought it up at the beginning, and then it never came up
totally
after.
forgot.
It just came back.
Well, maybe
For all viewers.
Let us all know for all viewers and for everyone
Yes, mine as
that
well.
came out to bang on today.
For the drum
For the
clinic.
drum
Man, that was
clinic.
really important to me. I even have a tube back there. The thing is, okay, so I play a lot of backline kits, right? and in the U.S. and stuff. And so, you know, these kits, there might be a beautiful Yamaha kit. Then I go to tighten the floor tom leg, and it's going.
Oh yes, I know
It's
exactly.
metal on metal.
I know the feeling.
It
yeah.
won't tighten. The thing just falls out. I get out my tube of Vaseline. I put the floor tom on my lap. I squeeze a dollop onto the wing nut. Put it in. All of a sudden, there it is. It's grabbing, right?
Relube.
And I do that. And the guy the backline guy is like looking at me like, what the hell are you doing? And I said, a tip for you, if you want these drums to last, you gotta Vaseline up anything
All the
moving,
lugs
any
on
moving
the-
part, the
yeah,
bass
yeah.
drum spurs,
Yeah.
anything that moves, cymbal stands, any metal on metal, you gotta lube it up. And so I use Vaseline because that's what I was told. My first teacher told me to, my tension rods on my snare, put some Vaseline.
on there, yeah.
The guy, when I bought my first chain drive pedal in New York at Frank Hippolyto's Professional Percussion Center, he said, keep that pedal, that chain well
Lubed.
No, he said Vaseline. to keep it-
Vaseline.
so a lot of people say, oh yeah, no, I use lithium grease. No. Vaseline is thick
Yes,
and it lasts
okay.
6 months to a year.
Clever.
And I've never had anything stripped since I started doing that. So man, I wanted to talk about that today so much.
Shoot.
Well, there you go.
Yeah,
Vaseline.
that's some
Make
great
sure you
advice.
lube her
I
up.
hope everybody sees that.
Do you have vintage snare drums? Are you a
Yes,
collector? Do you
I have.
enjoy the passion of collecting snares?
Oh yeah, I got about 25 snare drums, and but you know, a lot of them are not vintage per se, but I do have a few.
What are some of the top ones that mean something to
Oh,
you?
well, as far as vintage, I have an old wood Dynasonic that's killer. I had a Leedy, and I sold it. Sorry. And I have a couple of old Ludwig's a transition badge jazz. Well, it wasn't called a jazz festival then, but it was same shell, but transition badge. And I have a 4x14, an old one, round badge. What else? I don't know. I can't think
Those have a
offhand.
nice collection.
Yeah.
Oh no,
yeah.
there's some great ones. And my new passion is I didn't bring it today because I didn't want to hurt people, but I have a brand new Gretsch bell brass snare.
Ooh, I bet you it has a nice crack to
Oh
that.
my God, it sounds so great.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I bought it because I played one on a backline kit about 3 or 4 years ago, and I hit it once, and I went, okay, I got to have one of these one day, and I finally bought the bullet.
I got a copper one recently.
Oh, yeah?
Gretsch copper.
Nice.
Ooh, sounds beautiful.
Yeah, no. So yeah, I love that drum, and but like I said, I didn't bring it today. It's so loud. I have a zero ring on it. It's still loud. So, but I didn't want to hurt the kiddies today. So, but man, this thing sounds great. I got a bunch of really good wood Gretsch drums from 80s and yeah, and I have some old Ludwig Ringo drums too.
Oh wow.
And with a Ludwig Pioneer. I used to have a jazz festival, but I don't know what happened to it. But anyway, and my Billy Cobham 5s. I have the acrylic snare
Nice.
and
I like
the chrome over fiberglass one.
Oh,
and
interesting.
those both sound really great, really crispy.
Nice.
And I'd have to be standing in front of my collection right now to tell you more about
the rest of them. So what kind of bass pedal do you play? What, is that-
That's another thing. I switched from the Yamaha ones back to DW 5000.
Oh, the 5s. Yeah.
And I only like the 5000. I only like the old ones.
Not the 9s, you know.
No.
I was going to notice on the pedals you're playing here today, you have single chain drive, which is, in my opinion, as Adam would say, the best.
Yeah, no,
But
me too.
it's also very hard to kind of find. Everything's like direct drive, belt drive, or double chain drive.
Double chain, like those new, like DW 9000 or something. I carry my own pedal on the road with me when I do backline gigs because I go to play doubles on the 9000. It's got a double chain, big heavy footboard. It won't play fast.
Doesn't respond
I
to it.
cannot play it
Yeah,
fast.
yeah.
So but the 5000s I have, from the ones from the 80s, I got parts to soup them up so I can adjust the stroke.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
Cool.
So I soup them, every one of them, I soup them up.
It's like a turbocharged.
And but the double pedal I'm playing is a 7000, and it's I bought it from a guy, and it's a single chain, and that feels great. So I don't mind that, but generally I got a bunch of 5000s, and I'm always collecting those too. So yeah.
That's good. So what do you have new that's coming out? Do you have any new material that you're working on in the studio with anybody?
No, I did I did a live album with this guy David Barrett that I play with,
Okay.
and that just came out on vinyl. Terry Brown produced it, and it sounds pretty good. Use these drums. But and I have my own personal project of I post videos and stuff on. I have a drum page, and I have just my regular Facebook page.
We're going to link that for sure.
And yeah, the drum page, man, I have not done anything on it for months and months and months.
Okay.
So I want to get back to doing that more regularly. And I have a project that I want to just post in general, a video I want to make, but I'm not going to tell you what it is.
It's a secret. Just got to
It's a
keep an
secret.
eye on it.
Yeah, that's
Continue
right.
to follow it. It will come out. That's perfect.
And when it does come out, maybe we'll give you all a sneak peek.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
it.
I'll let you guys know for sure.
Perfect.
So, Paul,
Yeah.
3 rudiments that you recommend for a young, inspiring drummer getting into the instrument today. What would you tell them to practice and become disciplined on?
Foundational stuff.
Well, single strokes, but I think that's more for the getting the correct hand movement down. But double strokes, people, they always try to fudge on the double strokes and rely on bounce and stuff, and you really got to stroke both. It really develops some muscle to be able to play clean double strokes. So that,
Push pull or something like
yeah,
that. Right?
yeah, and the I would say wrist snap. And then all the paradiddles, like the 4 kinds of single paradiddles, and then double and the paradiddle diddle, very
people say
important
that.
one. And then maybe some flam. I know you said 3, but
It's so easy just to.
Swiss triplets.
Just like the next question.
Yeah, yeah.
That's funny. So now top 3 rudiments. What are your top 3 drummers?
Oh,
What'd you say?
geez, that's tough. Well, Tony Williams,
Okay.
Bill Stewart, Gary Husband.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
Beautiful
that's it.
list.
That's
Nice.
You executed that pretty quick.
Yeah, that was quick. A lot of people get stumped on that.
Well, no, I could list a million drummers
Yeah,
that I
sure,
love,
yeah.
like Gary Novak and Ari Honig and Antonio Sanchez, and I could, yeah,
It just keeps rolling.
yeah, it keeps going on.
And that's super cool.
Well, I just want to take a minute here. Make sure you all follow, subscribe, Drummers Paradise Podcast on our
Yes.
YouTube channel, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok for amazing content. And
Don't forget, if you guys want to win something, leave a comment below.
leave a comment, drop.
below.
We got giveaways
Yes.
season 3,
Yes.
and there's a lot of them.
So
So
let's-
you're gonna want to,
Enter now. Leave a comment.
and you could win something.
Can I win something?
Absolutely.
You can win something, Paul.
All right, guys.
And
Thanks
yours.
again, Paul, for coming
Oh,
out
my
today.
pleasure.
We really
Great
appreciate your
talking to you.
time.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Great drum clinic. You're
thank
just
you.
a wealth of knowledge and so inspirational to all of us.
Oh, thank you so much.
Keep doing what you're doing, man.
I'm gonna try.
All right, brother.
All right,
And-
thanks, man.
One last question.
What's that?
What is it?
What's the last song you air drum to?
Ooh, yes. Steering wheel drum, air drum.
Where you just catch yourself doing one of these?
Well, you know, when I'm driving, there's a tune by Pat Metheny called First Circle, and it goes,
Yeah, I've heard that. Yeah.
so when I'm driving and that comes on, I'm tapping the hand claps on my, that's the extent of my air drumming, I think. Because it's hard to hear where one is on that, and so I finally can do it, so I do that sometimes. But yeah, no, I can't think of any other
Yeah, and,
kind of thing, really.
Cool.
Awesome.
Yeah, man.
Again,
Well,
thanks again
my
for coming
pleasure.
out. And thank you for subscribing and all your support, everybody. It really means the world. So keep
sure.
grooving.
Have fun
We'll see you next time.
in paradise.
Take care.
Take care, guys.
In paradise, I like that.
I